Hey guys, welcome back. So Friday, we're wrapping up the trading week, which I'm kind of happy about because this trading week was not a small cap kind of week. We had some beautiful long-term swing trades, and then today, actually yesterday, we got a little bit more action back into the small cap space. I was like, ooh, this is looking a little bit good with YTEN, was that the ticker? And then today, BFRA, TAOP, GENE, we actually had a little bit more action today, and that's because the large caps calmed down a little bit. Every time the large caps calm down a little bit, the small caps kind of poke their heads up a little bit more, and people are like, ooh, look at that, it's moving, let me trade it, right? And that's pretty much what we did today. Knowing that the overall market was a little bit weaker the last few days, I decided to take today smaller position size, get a little bit more comfortable again, get kind of back in the seat a little bit. We ended the day, nice green day. Could have been, twice as big if I just used twice as much position size. I really cut down my position size today, which I'm totally happy about because I reduced my risk and I kind of got, comfortable again. And sometimes it's what it's all about. We talked a lot about, how to get it out of slumps or how to, reduce red days on the live stream today. And that's one of my favorite strategies, just reducing position size and looking for clean setups and then getting aggressive when you see them. Let's go ahead, review the charts, and I will try my best to remember in the future to grab some footage of the beaches here because they're absolutely amazing and I want you guys to experience them as well. It's a pretty sweet time here. Every morning, I try to get up fairly early, get some work in on Trade Journal, and then, we're paddling out for at least a 2-hour session before I sit down and then do some more work before the market opens. And I'm pretty stoked to spend the next few weeks doing that here. All right, guys, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, definitely consider subscribing. Join the community. It's an absolutely wild place to start learning more about trading, swing trading, and even investing. Would love to see you here. Yeah, let's go to the charts now, and then it's weekend. All right, guys, welcome back. So today we are wrapping up here with $165 profit. Let me quickly go to my day trading account. This is the only one that has any activity in it anyway. I think we had 8 trades today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades. Yeah, so not really the most active day. And actually, BFRA, which was our clear lead gapper on the day, I only wrapped up $38 profit on it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's talk about it right now. Honestly, I used very small position size. I think my average position size today was under $2,000, so it was really small. I had several trades that were $1,000 even. BFRA. And a big reason to that is I just wasn't really feeling comfortable with the overall week we were having. I mean, look, this trade right here was $975, right? That just gives you an example of how light my position size was. This trade, also very light. It just, it's been more of a large mid-cap kind of week. Market's been very volatile. So when the market's that volatile, the eyes go away. So today, from the small caps. So today, the markets aren't really that crazy. So the small caps take center stage a little bit clearer. I give an example that right now I'm in Peniche, Lisbon, and if you go out surfing really early in the morning, right, the winds are still offshore, the waves aren't blown out yet, and you're getting very clean waves. So even on a small day, it still looks much nicer because you can spot the sets much easier. It's very clean out there. And that's kind of how when the markets aren't moving, so it's like up a little bit or down a little bit, you can identify, okay, well, the large caps, it's like a lake out there. So let's focus on the small caps. And that's kind of what we saw today. Based on the gap scanner, BFRA, and even what it is now, it's still the lead gapper on the day. Almost $300 million volume on this one. Crazy. 200 million market cap. And the float was, let's see here, the float. So the shares outstanding was about 22 million. The float on this one, 12 million. German biotech, actually, with some mediation to resolve several legal disputes, some in Germany, some in the US, I think one in the US. I wasn't crazy about this ticker at first. We saw it pretty late. It was like 8:30. I think I saw it for the first time. I was like, okay, well, that's a pretty serious pullback. But then it had a really strong rip here, 20%. And I was like, okay, well, it's kind of, back in action. I was thinking about maybe buying this quick pullback here, but I kind of wanted to watch it a little bit longer. So that's what I did. Just decided to watch it a bit longer here. And let me zoom in, actually. Yeah, so I ended up buying the first pullback here. You can see I used small position size. Again, wanted to get a little bit more of a feel for this one. Walked away with this trade, nice little like 25 cents a share. Not too bad, nothing too great either though. Kind of like a 2%. No wait, not even actually. I actually, closer to 2%, little trade on this one, so probably walked away with like $20 or so. Yeah, probably could have used the bigger size, but just getting my feet wet. On this trade, I used a little bit bigger size, so kind of had the same results this time. In terms of profit, because I used a little bit bigger size, kind of a little dip trade here. It was looking a little bit weak. I remember I tried to originally get out over here, didn't get it, and then I tried to squeeze out here for a small entry, small win. Into the open. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really watching BFRA. I was watching a few other tickers. It wasn't really that interesting. But eventually, all the other tickers started selling off like TAOP, and then BFRA was like, boom, in front and center with that 12 million float. It had a nice little pop here above VWAP. This was probably the best move of the day in all small cap land. So we had Corey actually pointed this out in the chat room. We had a bit of a falling wedge here on BFRA, and then we had a nice breakout on this one. Right here on VWAP, and then we had a pullback. This is so ridiculous that I didn't enter this trade. This was just about perfect trade right here, 4%. I should have went in this one with like a $5,000 position size. This, as a trader, you're a sniper. You're waiting for the perfect shot, and then you go for it, and then you go all in. You don't hesitate, because sometimes you only have that one split second. Sometimes you have 2 attempts, but pretty much no more than that for an entry, and that's where I missed it. This would have been the best trade. I could have made $200 or so right on that little pop right there. I don't think I would have held for a breakout, but even if I got this quick move here, that could have been like a 4% trade. I don't think I would have held into this breakout or this breakout. I ended up buying a little bit of a dip trade here, and that was pretty much it. To me, this was all chop. I wasn't really interested in that area, and then after 10:30, I was done with trading, so I wasn't looking at it anymore. And honestly, there's not much of a point reviewing the other gappers. I'll pull them up just very quickly here. GENE, I don't know. We had a bit of a pullback trade on this one. First thing here at 423. I don't know. I got kind of shaken out on this one. It could have been okay, little reversal, but it was just a little bit weird. This is actually GENE where it got kind of good. We had a really, really big sell-off here, and I knew 3.7 was going to be big time support, mainly because the 4 hour. So if we go to the 4 hour, you can see down here, kind of this 3.7 zone. We have the 9 EMA, big support here. We also have a lot of tops and bottoms in this area. And that's actually why I ended up taking GENE several times. So first one was actually looking for a pullback here. This was not on video because I was looking at a different ticker. Unfortunately, and well, not unfortunately, but for you guys, I could, for my own review, I didn't get it on the main screen because it was on my second screen. I bought pretty much the quick pullback here at 3.9, and then sold. I wanted to sell at the $4 breakout, but it was looking a little weak, so I took my profits a little bit early on this one. This was about a $2,000 profit, $2,000 trade. Then I did another little bit of dip buy here at 3.7, sold this one for a small profit as well. Nothing really to run home about. Very, very simple stuff. I wanted one more trade on GENE actually at 358. I had a limit order here. So depressing I didn't get this one. Actually, if you see my canceled orders, look at this. GENE, my last trade, 358. So we came down here to 359. I just missed that one. Whatever, it's not too big of a deal. I probably would have only walked away with like 2% profit on that one. But hey, 2% profit on a 2,000 trade, that would have been an extra $40, and that would have made me, $200 profit on the day. So, it's not a lot of money, but a lot of little trades do add up. So yeah, that was GENE. With that 8 million float, Australian diagnostic research company, they regained NASDAQ compliance, and they sold off a gene type breast cancer assessment program. So it kind of looks like they're spinning off some divisions, maybe consolidating a little bit. I don't know, hard to say. Just very quickly here, what else did we trade? TAOP, this is my second biggest winner, TAOP. This was a 4 million flow Chinese software infrastructure company. They raised $2 million in financing. I was like, okay, kind of interesting news, but Michael called this one out in the chat room actually, and I ended up buying the dip here right when he called it out after doing some research on it in this area initially, like really, really early in the day, like, I don't know, 6:30 or so. No, wait. Yeah, no, like 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I already knew what this ticker was about, but Michael put it back on my attention when it was breaking higher here. I bought the pullback to the 9 EMA. Wanted actually a bigger move above VWAP, but I just couldn't really get myself to hold this one, knowing that small caps have been really, really shaky. So that's, yeah, I don't know, just small base hit on that, and that's the only trade I did on TAOP. So very, very quick little one. And then what else do we have? VBLT, 37 million float, Israel Biotech, phase 2 clinical trial. They're accepting patients now for their enrollment for their colorectal cancer program. I'm not totally sure if I'm saying that right, but that's the gist of it. This was a quick mover pre-market, never ended up holding its highs. That's why I decided not to look at it anymore. But I bought this one quick, very quick move here. I ended up getting a little bit of an early entry on it, and then I sold at 43. So very kind of ridiculous how quick I traded this one. I wish I kind of held it a little bit longer. It did have a lot of potential. So shame on me for not really having more conviction behind VBLT. But this is one of the first tickers we traded today. And I don't know, I wasn't really ready for it yet. I don't know. It was a bit weird. I kind of all happened a little bit too fast, that ticker, and then I just got out because I didn't feel comfortable. So yeah, otherwise I probably would have used twice the position size and held a little bit longer, maybe. I don't know. It's always hard to say what you would have done, but that's what I did do, got me my little $3 profit. Either way today, I don't even think I had a red trade today. No, maybe I did. I don't know. That's not important. What's important is I took a lot of little base hits, and I was able to, have a nice little bit of a green day because of that. Never ended up taking too much risk today, so I feel pretty good about that. And then, I knew yesterday we had a little bit more small cap action, and today we had, more small cap action. I'm really hoping that next week, we start 2 clean weeks, and we start, back to school. Hopefully large caps are going to get a little bit less exciting. I think small caps are going to be front and center again. But we'll see what happens. Monday, I'll take it slower. And then, based on what we see on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I want to really dive into it heavy. I mean, that's my plan. The market doesn't care about my plan. So we'll see what actually happens. But that's kind of like my original thesis. In terms of swing trade, nothing new. I do want to point out maybe with NKLA, be very careful, guys. We were digging through a report on it from Hindenburg Research Group. Looks like they have a really negative article about NKLA, about a lot of like shady stuff from the CEO and the founder and CEO. Just be careful, guys, and check out the article on your own time. I really, really would recommend reading it through it. We did a little bit of reading on our own on the live stream. Just check it out. Just Google Hindenburg NKLA and you'll find the article. It's a good read for sure. I can't really comment on it too much because I haven't done full due diligence on it, but just be a little bit careful with NKLA. Not to mention, always be careful on a company that ran up from $10 to pretty much $100. That's a huge move. And I don't know, it seems like this is a very experimental company still. So it seems like all this is totally overextended. GM, it seems like it was kind of scammed into some sort of deal here because they FOMO'd because of the Tesla rally. I don't know, just be careful. I think, this is a little bit flying too close to the sun right now, and I think it might crash and burn. But again, very, very subjective, and I probably will actually end up trading NKLA. I don't know if about this $30 zone. I'm never a big fan of trading a retest after it already did the original test. So I'll probably be looking for something around $20 or maybe a $15 quick pop to the upside, maybe a day trade, maybe even a swing trade. But I'd be very careful about holding NKLA very, very long based on that extremely negative news that came out about it. So that's pretty much everything for today. Nothing really too crazy. Take it simple, guys. Base hits are always the way to go, especially if you're unsure. We did a lot of talking today about, how to, get over red days. Study your past trades, guys, or red, streaks. If you're kind of in a slump, just study your past trades. Be a sniper. Look for confirmations. Look for bigger moves on the 5-minute chart. Are you getting like a 5-minute candle that's making a new high? And then are you seeing a nice 1-minute pullback to maybe some big support, right? Like very clean, obvious, simple moves. Trade the best, forget about the rest. That's going to save you guys a lot of headache and a lot of time and a lot of money. So I hope you guys found value in this video. Don't forget to drop a like. I kept it a little bit shorter. I'll see you guys first thing Monday morning and maybe even this weekend. Until next time, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Peace.